Between 2005 and 2019, the tax administration made big mistakes. They thought that there were people who received childcare benefits without being entitled to them, for no good reason. As a result, about 30,000 parents faced major problems. One of these problems was that they suddenly had to pay back a lot of money to the tax administration. This situation is also known as the benefits affair. After it became known that the tax administration had gone wrong, the government came up with a number of schemes to solve these major problems. One of these schemes is the Katshuis Childcare Allowance Scheme. This scheme is designed to give parents who have been victimized the 30,000 euros they were actually entitled to as quickly as possible. This video explains how parents who have been victims of the benefits affair or duped parents can make claim to the Katshuis Childcare Allowance Scheme and what can be done for those who do not qualify. Duped parents are entitled to a cash sum of 30,000 euros for the damages they have suffered due to having to pay back a lot of money unlawfully. Those who are wondering whether they qualify for this scheme must register as a duped parent with the Recovery Benefits Implementation Organization before December 31st, 2023. If you do not manage to register for yourself, the volunteers of the Leiden Migrant Support Office will be happy to help. After application, this organization will process the application. It may take a long time before a response is given. This is because the organization has to examine all the allowance files properly. To make sure that the applicant is really entitled to the 30,000 euros, the tax administration does an initial review. This initial review must show that the applicant's childcare benefit was wrongfully stopped between the years 2005 and 2019, or that the applicant had to repay it wrongfully. Also, the applicant is only eligible for the Katshuis scheme if the applicant had to repay at least 1,500 euros in childcare benefit to the tax administration over at least one of the years in which the applicant was paid childcare benefit, a benefit year. However, applicants whose childcare benefit was reduced by at least 1,500 euros per benefit year are also eligible for the Katshuis scheme. Finally, applicants who could not obtain a payment agreement are also eligible for a refund of at least 1,500 euros per benefit year. It is also important to note, however, that the limit of 1,500 euros per allowance year discussed here applies only to applicants who have been treated too harshly. For applicants who have been treated unfairly in some other way, the limit does not apply. If you're not sure if you qualify for the Katshuis scheme, it is helpful to stop by the Leiden Migrant Support Office. They will be happy to help you find out about your situation. If, based on the initial assessment of the application, the Recovery Benefits Implementation Organization now sees no reason to pay the applicant 30,000 euros, the applicant will receive a letter about it. Even though it is not 100% certain by then that the application will be rejected, this letter is sent to the applicant to give an idea of how things stand for the time being. If the applicant disagrees with the outcome of this initial review, this can be objected to. Applicants are also entitled to integral treatment. In this case, someone from the tax administration will personally handle your case. The personal care handler then reviews the applicant's entire file and examines what the applicant is still entitled to. The personal case handler may also discuss the outcome of the initial test with the applicant. An integral review is just very extensive and often takes a lot of time. If the applicant is still rejected after the integral review and the applicant does not agree, this can also be objected to. This must be done within 6 weeks after the applicant receives the rejection. If it is necessary to file an objection, the Leiden Migrant Support Office will be happy to help you with this. For those partners who have spent an unnecessarily long time in uncertainty due to the benefits affair, have run into problems for financial or emotional reasons, and they feel they have been treated unfairly, There's still the compensation scheme. A compensation scheme involves examining exactly what happened for each allowance year. To find out if you qualify for this, you can stop by the Leiden Migrant Support Office. It is important to note that the rights and obligations of the victims of the benefits affair are still evolving. This is because new relevant information is still becoming known about the benefits affair. It is therefore wise to monitor developments closely and stay in touch with organizations that can help you.